Is this a joke? That's the first thing I said when Mrs. Mehta slammed the file on the table in front of me. She didn't even blink. We traced the login back to your ID, Ishan. The evidence is clear. My ID was hacked, I said. Didn't you're wasting our time, Neil cut in from the corner? Arms crossed like a courtroom judge. Just admit it. I looked at Arav, my best friend since we were 12. Arav, tell them I wasn't even near the lab. His eyes dropped to the floor, his lips pressed into a thin line. Silence. I laughed, dry, bitter. You're really not going to say anything? Kiara stepped in. Ishan, they have your name on the system. Why would they lie? Why would I cheat? I snapped. I don't need to. Maybe you just panicked, Neil said, smug. Pressure. Does that to people? I turned to Mrs. Mehta. Please. Check the security footage. You'll see we already did, she interrupted. It was deleted. Arav's fingers twitched. Just for a second. But I saw it. I swear I didn't do it, I said, voice cracking. Someone set me up. Mrs. Mehta stood up. You're suspended until the board decides further action. You may leave. It's just like that. Kiara wouldn't even look at me as... She walked out with Neil. Arav followed, still silent. I stood there alone. Back at home, Dad waited in the living room, arms folded like I'd just murdered someone. So, is it true? I shook my head. No. I'm being framed. Why would someone frame you? He snapped. What makes you so important? I don't know. Maybe jealousy. Maybe enough, he sighed. Do you know how embarrassing this is for me? I stared at him. For you. You've ruined your future, Ishan. I warned you about your company. You mean Arav? The guy you always liked better than me? Don't start with that tone. I walked to my room, locked the door. I sat. On the floor later that night, I messaged Kiara. You really think I'd cheat? She replied. I don't know what to believe anymore. Please don't text me. I skipped class the next day and the one after. No one called. No one asked where I was. 3 days later, I saw the group chat. Arav had changed the name to New Era No. Cheaters allowed? Everyone laughed. Someone sent a photo of me from last semester. Smiling, Neil replied, looks like a villain hiding secrets. I left the chat next week. I showed up at school. Every conversation stopped when I passed by. Whispers buzzed. That's him. Can't believe he had the guts to show up. Expelled him. I sat in the back of the class. Alone. No one looked at me. No one sat near me. Arav walked in. Sat front row, like nothing happened. KIA came in next. She glanced at me, then looked away. I raised my hand. Ma'am, can I say something? Mrs. Mehta frowned. This isn't the time. It's important, I said, standing. Been accused of something I didn't do. No one, this isn't a courtroom, she snapped. Sit down. I looked around. No one said a word. Not even Ria. The quiet girl 2 rows behind me. I sat down slowly. I'd never felt smaller. Lunch break.
Peace.
I sat by the stairs alone until Aro appeared. He leaned on the railing, arms crossed. Why are you still here? To you. No, I didn't do it. He shrugged. That's not my problem. You watch them ruin me, I said, and you let them. People believe what they want to believe, he said, smiling. And they want a villain. Was this your plan? I asked, heart pounding. To take everything from me? Plan, he laughed. You gave it all up the moment you got cocky. You were my friend. Walked away. That night, I stared at the ceiling. No one believed me. Not my teachers. Not my girlfriend. Not even my father. And the one person who could have defended me chose silence. Maybe I wasn't meant to be the hero. Maybe they needed me to be the villain. Maybe that's all I ever was to them. Just a name to poison. It's just a story to ruin. Are you coming to class today? Hers voice buzzed through the phone. No, you haven't gone in a week. Yeah, I know. You need to show them you don't care. I do care. Then her voice dropped. You haven't eaten, have you? I'm not hungry, Ishan, I said. I'm fine. I ended the call. I stared at my phone. One new notification. Not a message, just a bank app update. I opened my socials. 0 messages, 0 tags, 0 likes. I deleted everything. That afternoon, I walked to the cafe across campus. I needed air. Or maybe I just needed to feel like I still existed. A group passed me. Loud laughter, footsteps, and whispers. That's him. He looks like a ghost. He deserves it. Turned away. Sat in the corner. Kiara walked in minutes. Later, I froze. I stood up. Kiara. She saw me, paused. Can we talk? I asked. She looked over her shoulder, then at me. Why? You used to care. I thought I knew you. You still do. No, Ishan, I don't. She pulled her coat tighter. You lied to everyone. I didn't. You used me. I loved you. That's not love. She backed away. Stop talking to me. We walked out. I didn't follow. Back in my room, I lay on the floor. No. Music? No messages? Just the ceiling and my breath? I didn't cry. Not that day. Next morning, Arav's face was all over campus screens. A feature in the college newsletter, Student Hero Speaks. Out on cheating scandal. His quote read, I was shocked. I never thought he was capable of it. I threw my phone against the wall. The day after that, forced myself to return. Not to class, just to walk, to see if I still mattered. Nobody looked at me except one girl near the library steps. She didn't speak, just stared. It was Ria. I nodded. She looked away. That night Mehor called again. You sound dead. Thanks. Come home. I am home. No, I mean here, with me. Just for a few days. I don't want to talk. And don't. Just come. I didn't answer. The next day, Neil laughed loudly in the hallway as I passed. Still not expelled, huh? I kept walking. He didn't stop. Guess even cheaters get lucky. I turned. Is this fun for you? More fun than being you? One day the truth will bite you back. Truth, he snorted. Bro, you already got labeled. No one's changing the story now. He walked off. He wasn't wrong. Back in the empty library, I saw Ria again. She glanced at me, then looked back at her book. This time, she didn't flinch. I sat a few tables away. She didn't leave. That was something. At night, I stood in front of the mirror. I barely recognized myself, unshaved. Eyes sunken, skin pale. I punched the sink hard. Blood trickled down my knuckles. I didn't care. Next morning, I skipped the bus. Walked 10 miles, felt every step like punishment. My phone vibrated once, Mehor. I'm scared for you. I turned it off. Back at campus, I walked into the empty auditorium, sat in the last row, closed my eyes. If I disappeared, who would care? No one answered, not even the echo. I'm tired. That's all I wrote on the note. Then added, I never did it. I just wanted peace. I folded it once, left it on my desk. The pesticide bottle was under the kitchen sink, half full, labeled with a skull. Perfect. I sat on my bed, twisted the cap off. Maybe they'll listen after this, I mumbled. No second thoughts. 1 gulp. 2. It hit hard. Bitter. Burned my throat like fire. I started coughing, gasping. My chest clenched. My vision blurred, but I smiled. Finally, a voice shattered it all. Ishan. Footsteps. The door slammed open. Ishan, what the hell? Oh my God, Mehor screamed. I heard glass break. Then her voice again, far away, calling someone. My fingers went cold. I closed my eyes. I woke up to beeping. A tube in my nose. A needle in my arm. Sterile walls. Blue curtains. I couldn't move. Then I heard someone. You're awake. I turned my head slightly. A woman in a white coat sat beside me, clipboard in hand. I'm Dr. Tanvi Roy, she said. Psychiatry. I tried to speak. My throat stung. You drank pesticide, she said calmly. You're lucky to be alive. I looked away. She didn't flinch. Want to tell me why? I stayed silent. Was it school? Nothing. People. Still nothing. She closed her file. All right then, let me talk. I blinked slowly. You don't want to die, she said. You wanted the pain to stop. That's different. Don't know me, I rasped. I don't need to. I see the pattern. I'm not a pattern. She leaned in, then talk. I looked at the ceiling. I lost everything, family. They think I'm trash, friends. Watched me burn. Love. She left like I never mattered. She nodded. What do you want? Peace. You think death brings that? It has to be better than this. She didn't argue. I stared at the floor bag. I was supposed to die, but you didn't. Don't remind me. She scribbled. Something your sister saved you? I never asked her to. She cried for 3 hours straight, clenched my jaw. You didn't leave her a choice. I didn't leave myself a choice. Dr. Roy stood. You'll be here for observation. 3 days, then what? Then we talk again. Later, Mayhor came in. Her eyes were red. Why would you do that? I was done. He didn't even call me. I didn't want to be talked out of it. She slapped my arm knot. Hard, but enough. You scared me, she whispered. I scared myself. She held my hand. Promise me you'll try. I didn't answer. She didn't let go. That night, I stared at the ceiling again. Same ceiling, different room. Still alive, still broken. Next morning, Dr. Roy returned. Sleep, no. Nightmares. Not really, just silence. Does it still feel like peace? I hesitated. No, not today. That's something. She sat beside me again. I don't want to talk, I said. Then just listen. I turned my face toward her. You're not alone, she said. Just feel like it. I'm nothing. You're alive. That's not nothing. I looked at my hands. Pale, weak, shaking. I don't know how to live anymore. Then we figure it out together. Why do you care? 'Cause I've seen too many people not get a second chance. I swallowed hard. I'm still broken. Broken things can be rebuilt. I didn't speak. For once, neither did she. She just sat there. And for the first time in weeks, I didn't feel invisible. Dr. Tanvi sat across from me, legs crossed, notebook on her lap. You ready to talk today? I stared at the floor. What's the point? You're still here, not by choice. You drank poison. That's a choice. I wanted out of what? Everything. She nodded. Start there. I looked at her. Why? So you can write down symptoms. Label me depressed. Broken? Suicidal? I don't care about labels. I care about truth. You won't believe mine. Try me. Leaned back. They said I cheated. I didn't. Who's they? My college and my teachers. My friends Kiara. Kiara, my ex. She didn't even ask me what happened, just walked away. What do you think she believed? That I was guilty like everyone else, and that hurt. I laughed bitterly. That broke me. She scribbled something. You writing that down? No, just drawing a box. A box? For your pain. It's full. You're weird, she smiled. Takes one to know one. I stayed quiet. Tell me about Araf, she said. My fists clenched. My best friend, Oraf, used to be. What did he do? He watched me fall. Let it happen. Steady was shocked by my actions. But you say you're innocent. I am. Then why didn't you fight harder? 'Cause no one listened. I'm listening. I looked up. Her eyes didn't flinch. Everyone treated me like poison, I said. Even my dad. What did he say? He said I embarrassed him, that I wasn't worth defending. And Mayhor, she tried. But what could she do? She saved your life. Yeah, I didn't ask her to, but she still did. I wiped my eyes. I didn't want to be here. And now, I still don't know. Do you want to die? Silence? Or do you just want the pain to stop? I just want someone to believe me. She leaned forward. I believe you, Ishan. I froze. You don't even know me. Met 100 liars? You're not one of them. My voice cracked. You really believe me? She nodded. Yes. Something inside me shattered. Or maybe it healed. Later that night, Mayhor sat beside my bed, arms wrapped around her knees. "Doctor, Roy said you opened up today." "A little, that's new. She said she believes me." Mahor smiled softly. "I've always believed you, I know. Then why didn't you say anything? 'Cause your voice wasn't loud enough to drown out theirs." "Look down, I'm sorry I couldn't protect you." "You did, just didn't know how." She reached for my hand. What did it feel like? Drinking that stuff? Fire, but calm. Like I was finally in control. "That's terrifying," I nodded. "I didn't want to hurt you. You did anyway. I'm sorry." Her grip tightened. "Don't do it again." "I won't. Promise." Hesitated, then said it. "Promise." Next morning, Dr. Tanvi handed me a sheet of paper. "What's this? Things you still want?" I stared at it, blank. "You want me to write? I want you to remember?" "I don't have anything." "Left. Everyone has something." I sighed. "Fine." I scribbled, "Peace truth to be enough silence that doesn't hurt a life that's mined." She looked it over. "That last one," she said. "That's powerful." I just wrote what came to mind. Sometimes that's where the truth lives. We sat in silence. Then she asked, "What would you say to Arav if he were here right now?" "I hate you." "What else?" "I trusted you. And you broke me." "Would you want him to suffer?" "No." She raised an eyebrow. "I want him to feel what I felt," I said. "That's different." "What did you feel?" "Nothing. Then everything. Then empty." She nodded. "Did emptiness." "Grief. Grief. You lost people who were alive. It's the hardest kind. I thought I was crazy. You were hurt." I looked down. "Am I still broken?" "No." "How do you know?" "'Cause broken people don't show up." She left. I sat up straighter, looked at the paper again. For the first time, I didn't see a list. I saw a start. The moment I stepped on campus, they stared. No one said a word, but the silence screamed. "He's back. Didn't he almost die? Why is he even here?" Their whispers chased me down the hallway like ghosts. I kept walking, head up, shoulders steady, even if my legs felt like glass. Outside the library, I passed Kiara. She froze. Our eyes met. She looked away fast. At the cafeteria entrance, Neil leaned against the wall with two guys I didn't know. Look who decided to rise. From the grave, he smirked. I stopped. "Missed me?" "Actually, I slept great." "Cool. Just wanted to make sure you could still lie without stuttering." He laughed. "You still going with the innocent act? Not an act?" "Sure, that's why half the campus thinks you poisoned yourself out of guilt." "I didn't do it. You keep saying that. You keep talking like you know." Something. His grin faded. I walked away later that day. I saw Ria. Near the computer lab. She spotted me, paused, then walked over Ishan. I nodded. "Hey, I've been meaning to talk to you. What about..." She pulled a small flash drive from her pocket. "This..." I blinked. "What's on it?" "Video footage." From the backup camera in the science block, there was a backup. Yes, not connected to the main system. My heart pounded. "Why are you giving this to me?" "I saw Neil coming out of the lab the day before the hack." "You saw him?" She nodded. I didn't say anything before because I was scared. I stared at the flash drive. "Why now?" "Because I believe you," I swallowed. "Thank you," she met my eyes. "You should watch it." I locked myself in the library's media room, plugged in the drive. The screen loaded grainy footage. A hallway. The lab door. Timestamp. 11:42 p.m. A figure approached. "Neil?" He typed something on the keypad, looked around, entered the lab. I paused the video, hands shaking. That was all I needed. But it kept going. Second figure appeared 20 minutes later. ARAV. He stood outside. Pulled something from his pocket. USB. He looked straight at the camera for a split second, then reached up and covered the lens. Too late, I found Ria again by the vending machines. I saw it. She nodded. "Why didn't you show anyone?" "One listens to me. They will now." She looked down. Sorry I didn't speak up sooner. You spoke when it mattered. The next day I walked into class. Chairs scraped. Heads turned. Arov was in his usual seat. He stiffened when he saw me. I took the seat beside him. He didn't speak. Neither did I. Not yet. After class. He stood up quickly. I followed him out. He turned a corner. What do you want to talk about? What? The lab? The footage? His face drained of color? I don't know what your eyes saw at Arv. Look, man, it wasn't. Don't lie. He shut his mouth. You watched me take the fall? I said. I didn't. Plan it, but you didn't stop it. He looked away. I trusted you. I panicked. You deleted footage. That's not panic. His voice cracked. I didn't think it'd go this far. It almost killed me, I know. I stared at him. And you just let it happen. I'm sorry. Not good enough. He stepped back. What are you gonna do? I haven't decided yet. He didn't follow me. That evening, I handed the flash drive to Rhea. You should be the one to post it. Me, you believed first. Her hand trembled. Are you sure? Yes, people will come after me. I'll stand with you. She looked at me like she wasn't used to anyone saying that. I'll upload it tonight, she said, next morning. The video was everywhere, on phones, laptops, TVs in the hallway. I walked in as the footage looped on a projector screen. In the atrium, Neil's face. RF's face. Clear as day, gasps. Anger, murmurs of, they set him up. He was telling the truth. This changes everything. Mrs. Mehta called an emergency meeting, but I didn't go. I sat on the steps outside watching students walk. Past, some looked away in shame. Others stared like they'd seen a ghost. One girl whispered, he came back stronger. And for once they weren't wrong. I found him by the empty music room after class. Just him. Me. No noise. He didn't even look surprised. You came, he said. Why? I asked. A pause. He didn't lie because I was tired. Of what? Always being second. I blinked. Second. To you, he snapped. Every time, every year, every teacher, every damn stage. I laughed softly. That's why you framed me? You got everything handed to you? I worked for it. I had to watch everyone worship you like you were some golden boy. I stared at him. You were my best friend. You were my shadow. He stepped closer. I didn't plan it at first, he said. But when Neil told me about the hack, I saw an opportunity. So you let me burn. No, he said. I made sure you did. I clenched my fists. Kiara. She always looked at you. Even when we were all together. You think I didn't notice? You hated me. He shook his head. I envied you. Same thing, he smirked. Now look at you. You broke. You drank poison, and still they're scared of you. You think you won? He lifted a brow. Didn't I? I smiled. You think you ended me? His eyes narrowed. What does that mean? You didn't break me, Arav? He frowned. You tried to kill yourself, and I survived. He didn't speak. I stepped forward. You made me fearless. You sound delusional. No, I said. Just done playing nice. He scoffed. So what now? You want revenge? What? Didn't answer. Go ahead, he said. No one's gonna believe the guy who nearly awed. I raised an eyebrow. Sure about that. Silence. I already forwarded the footage, I said. To Zoya, Zoya's friend? Tech girl? She's not scared of you? His mouth opened, closed. Why would she help you? Because the truth matters to some people. He looked away. Footage is clean, I said. Backup time-stamped, copied, watermarked. Sean, I'm not here to argue. His voice dropped. You don't have to do this. I already did. He took a step back. You're ruining my life. I nodded. Sounds familiar. He ran his hands through his hair. This was a mistake. Yeah, I said. Framing. Me was... He looked up, suddenly desperate. We can fix it. We can say it was Neil's plan. That I shook my head. You already took credit, remember? He slumped into a chair. This is all I have, he whispered. Then maybe you should have protected it better. As I left the room, my phone buzzed. Zoya uploaded to 5 backup drives. One goes public tomorrow. You good? Me. I'm good. Walked out of the building into sunlight, not heavy anymore. Not hiding anymore. And somewhere behind. Me mask had finally cracked. The footage dropped at 9 a.m. By noon, the campus was on fire. Did you see it? Is that really RAF in the video? Neil looks guilty as hell. Ishan wasn't lying by evening. Arav was suspended. Neil. He went live on social media. Eyes puffy, voice cracking. I didn't mean to hurt anyone, he sobbed. Arav manipulated me. Lies dressed in tears. Outside my classroom the next morning, Kiara stood waiting. I stopped when I saw her. Ishan, she said, stepping forward. Can we talk? I didn't answer. I didn't know, she whispered. About any of it. Tilted my head. You didn't ask either. She blinked fast. I was scared. So was I. I believed what everyone said. I know I was wrong. I nodded. Yeah, I'm sorry. I looked at her. She looked like the Kiara I used to love, but smaller. I don't hate you, I said. Her eyes brightened. Really? I don't need you anymore. I walked past her. She didn't follow. In the afternoon, Mrs. Mehta called me to her office. She stood when I walked in. Ishan, she said, I owe you an apology. I said nothing. You were wrongfully accused. We failed you. I waited. We've started a full investigation. Arav has confessed. Neil's facing expulsion. I nodded once. I understand if you're angry. I'm not. Surprised you're not? I'm tired. She cleared her throat. We'd like to offer you a formal apology publicly. You don't have to. No, we do. She placed a hand over her heart. You didn't deserve any of it. I almost believed her. Almost that night, my father called. I stared at the screen for a second before picking up Ishan. Yeah, it's all over the news, I know. He paused. I should have believed you. Yeah, I was wrong. You were. Another pause. You still my son? I sighed. Were you asking before? Silence then. Come. Home this weekend? I'll think about it. I'm proud of you. Funny, that was supposed to mean something. Next morning, Zoya caught me in the hallway. You okay? She asked. I don't know. You won. Feels like I lost something, she nodded. Yeah, that happens. By lunch. Everyone knew my name again. Not like before. Now it was cautious. Careful. Like I was made of fire. People stared. Some smiled. Some avoided eye contact. Some muttered, sorry, under their breath, too. Late Ria sat with me by the fountain after class. You didn't say I was in the credits, she said. You earned it. She nudged my arm. You think they really learned anything? Maybe in you, I learned I can survive? She smiled softly. That's something. Yeah. I walked home alone. No music, no thoughts, just air. Just steps. And for once, silence didn't. Heard I got us coffee, Ria said, handing me a cup. I took it. You're officially my favorite person today. Just today. Well, let's see if you bring snacks next time, she laughed. You've changed? Is that a compliment? Absolutely. Sat under the old banyan tree behind the auditorium. She leaned back. Do you ever miss them? Who? Your old friends. I sipped my coffee. Sometimes, mostly the version of them I thought I knew. She nodded. Fair. I told her about the suicide prevention helpline the day after. You what? She blinked. I applied as a volunteer. Seriously? Yeah, I had training last week. She stared at me. You're talking people down from the same ledge you stood on? I guess that's the point. She smiled. That's brave. No. I said, that's healing. The messages started coming again. Not from people I missed. From people I'd finally stopped waiting for Arav. Texted, I'm sorry I stared at it for 5 seconds, then hit delete. Kiara posted a story. I lost a good man because I didn't trust him when it mattered. Caption, some wounds never heal. I rolled my eyes. Ria saw it too. You okay? I'm fine. She's fishing. I'm not bait. A whore hugged me in the kitchen one night. I'm proud of you. I hugged her back. You were the only one who stayed. She smiled. You made it hard to leave. Thanks, I think. She flicked my forehead. That was a compliment. Dr. Tanvi called to check in. How's your mind? Quiet, I said. But not the scary kind. And the pain? Still there? But different? Yeah, it doesn't own me anymore. She paused. You're not the same boy who walked into my office. No, I said. I'm not. I passed Neil once near the admin block. He looked like he wanted to speak. I kept walking that night. Ria and I sat on the college rooftop, city lights blinking below. You ever think about what comes next? She asked. All the time. Scared a little? Excited? More than I expected, she turned toward me. What do you want now? Peace, she smiled. Not revenge. No, not even a little. I laughed. Okay, maybe a tiny bit, but mostly peace. For once, I'm not trying to prove anything. We fell into silence. Good silence. Not the kind that kills you, the kind that keeps you alive. I pulled out my phone, opened a blank note, typed, Day 1 of my life without noise, and hit save. Are you sure you're ready for this? Out, Ria asked, watching me adjust my collar in the mirror. I've never been more sure. You know, half the campus will be there. Good, I said. Let them watch. She smiled. You've changed. No, I said. I just stopped hiding. The hall was full, whispering, shuffling, eyes. I walked up to the mic, not shaking, not breaking, just standing. You're not going to say anything crazy, right? Zoya had teased earlier. I'm going to say everything they were too afraid to hear. I cleared my throat. No paper, no script, just me. Some of you stared when I returned. I began. Some of you whispered. Some avoided me. And some pretended. They never knew me. Eyes shifted. Heads dipped. But I remember all of you. Silence. I was labeled a cheat, a liar, a fraud. I wasn't even allowed to speak. Someone coughed. I kept going. And when I tried to end my life, you called. It guilt. Now the silence turned cold. But I didn't die that day, I said. Just the part of me that needed your approval. Afterward, people clapped. But it wasn't loud. It was careful, shamed, and I didn't need it. Outside the hall, Mihor hugged me. I was brave. It was honest. She pulled back. That too. Kiara stood by the courtyard wall alone. Walked past her. Ishan, she said. I paused. I was wrong, she whispered. You were never weak. I looked at her. You were never strong enough to find out. She flinched. I didn't mean to hurt you. You just didn't care. If you did, I'd still think about you. I don't, I said, and walked away. Later that day, Arav messaged again. You've changed, I replied. No, I just stopped living a lie, then blocked his number at the helpline. I answered a call from a boy named Ansh. I'm so tired. He said, I know, I replied. No one believes me. I do, he sniffed. Why? Because I've been there. You sound okay now, I smiled. I'm getting there. After the call, Ria met me outside the center. How was it? She asked hard, but worth it? She nudged me. You ever think about that night? All the time, and what now? I'm grateful I failed. We sat on a bench under a flickering streetlight. I saw Kiara today, she said. I know. She looked broken. She did it to herself. You really feel nothing? I thought about it. I feel free. She smiled. That's better. Neil walked past us on the sidewalk. He didn't look up. Let him go, Ria said. I already did. The next morning, I wore my old black hoodie, the same one I'd worn the day I was accused. Ria laughed. Out. You're really wearing that? Again, I don't need to burn it to move on. You're bold. No, I said, I'm finally me. Someone in the hallway muttered, that's the guy who tried to kill himself. Another whispered, he's the one who exposed. Then I didn't flinch. Let them talk. Let them be scared. Let them be sorry. I was still here, and that was enough.